and 1 small green pepper. It's going to go in the salad. And those are some beautiful tomatoes. Make macaroni salad, and I'm picking some stuff from the garden. So I've already got my celery, and I've got my onions, and I'm just wanting just some carrots, maybe just 1 big carrot. Pull that out. There we go. Beautiful. Hi peeps, this is Living Life with Donna, and today I am in the kitchen making a down-home macaroni salad for the summer salad series, so stay tuned. Okay, so I've got my water boiling for my macaroni salad, and I just used the rest of the box, which was about 4 cups. Now 1 cup of macaroni makes 2 cups cooked. So I've got 2 cups of uncooked macaroni, which is going to make 4 cups cooked. And the water's boiling. I put a little salt in there, and I just use regular elbow macaroni, nothing fancy. And then of course I got my, while the water's boiling, I got my garden fixins in here, and I've got celery that we've grown. So I've got some celery, I've got a bell pepper. Isn't that beautiful? I've got a couple of carrots, which I probably won't use all of them, but I got 3 beautiful, I hope you can see that good. It's about to storm here, so the lighting is not the greatest. Beautiful, beautiful carrots. And then just 2 little white onions that I grew. So I got that, and then I'm gonna start chopping that up while my water's boiling. And I do have other videos with the summer salads on there. If you want to look those up, like and subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And so we're going to cut this pepper up now. You can put really anything you want in your macaroni salad. I've done it with tuna, with chicken you can put in there, but this is just a traditional kind of southern, the way we eat it down home. So it's just going to be, like I said, a little of the bell pepper, just a little onion. And the reason I don't like a lot of onion, because if you don't eat it the same day, say you got leftovers, that onion is very, very strong. And so it's going to just leave, all you're going to taste is the onion. You're not going to be able to taste the macaroni. And then I just have, for salt and pepper, I'm going to put a little parsley in there, paprika for the top, and then I'm going to put just a dash of pickle relish. You can leave the pickle relish out. You can use a dill pickle if you want. I usually do put a couple of eggs, but I do not have any eggs at this time. And all this is optional. So, and I like to kind of cut I don't like to cut my vegetables, big. I don't want them about this size. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see that. About like that. I don't like big chunks. Even if I'm making a pasta salad or something like that, I do not like big chunks of stuff in there. Okay, so I just make it kind of small, because the elbow macaroni is small. It is not very big. Now if you were going to use maybe a rotini pasta or almost a jolly pasta to make a macaroni salad, if you were going to do something like that, now you might want to do it a little bigger, because those noodles are bigger. And so I'm just going to get some of this. And I hope everyone, maybe if you tried that challenge that our Half Acre Homestead gave, was the good and bad and ugly of the garden. I did that, if you want to see that. I did have a comment, I think, on that, but then when I went to look at the comment, it wasn't there. So if whoever commented, I'm sorry that when I got there and I looked up on the thing, it told me I didn't have any comments. I'm not sure what YouTube is doing. I'm confused about that. But I hope you guys maybe gave that challenge, and maybe you did that, whether you have a patio garden or maybe on your balcony. And so I'm just going to get this chopped up here. The hose broke. So, of course, the hose that's in it's the front hose that broke. So, of course, the hose that's in the back is caught under the gate. Okay, so there, it's not going to reach all the way to the front. So I can't water. So thank God. Hopefully it's getting dark out there, and they said it's supposed to rain. So hopefully it will. And I know there's a glare out of that kitchen window. I tried to shut the curtains a little bit and shut the lights off because with this computer, sometimes, you know, excuse me for crunching, but this pepper, oh my God, right from the garden, no chemicals. All my stuff in my garden is organic. I don't put any type of sprays, or if bugs get it, they get it, you know. I do, a lot of times I'll do mushroom poop, or not mushroom poop, but the mushroom ground up. I will do worm castings poops, and then of course your regular topsoils, organics and stuff like that. So, and I've been doing that for years. So it's a raised bed garden. So it, the soil is very, very good. I think if you saw in the beginning of this video, the tomatoes, I mean, they're just coming in by the bucket loads. I do have, and I probably should have went out there and never even thought of it until just now, but on my community garden on the outside of the fence, I have a purple looking pepper, or like that darker chocolate looking kind of pepper, and I could have put this in there for color. Now, of course, you can use any kind of pepper in this that you want. If you want to use a red, if you want to use a yellow, you know, you can do that. Now, I'm not going to use that, all that. I'm probably going to just use one more little slice to give me about maybe a half a cup of a green pepper. So let me get some of this stuff chopped up here. I don't know if you can see. Tip that down a little bit so you can see there. So you can see it's not that much bell pepper because, like I said, you don't want to overpower anything. You want to be able to taste everything in the salad, and you can see that my pieces, even like that's a little too big. I'm gonna cut that. My pieces are not very big, so I just use maybe about half of the green pepper, and I'm gonna save that, and then this half I'm gonna eat. Now, the celery is not as big as I like. We started this from a celery we bought at the store, and then you just take the stalk and you stick it in water, which we did, and then once it got roots and got so big, then I put it in the pot there. So I'm just going to string, and I don't know about you, but I always de-string my celery. To me, that's the key when you're putting it in stuffing or whatever you're doing. The key is to get them strings out of there. So I'm just going to just chop that just enough. And I also use in most every salad, potato salad, the macaroni salads, I will use celery salt. I've looked on YouTube and I don't see a lot of people that use that, but in our family we have always used celery salt. I don't know why, but that's just something that we do. And you don't need a whole lot of celery. You know what I mean? You just need a little bit because you are going to put the celery salt in there. So just a little bit of the celery. So this is just two little tiny stalks. And then look at the beautiful carrot. Can you see that? I trimmed the tops off twice already. When you trim the tops, see when it gets like that? When you trim the tops off, cut them to about down to there. It gives more strength to the carrot and they become bigger. So I've already trimmed, this was my second trimming of these carrots. So, and of course all the scraps go to my friend who has ducks and chickens. Yes, you can have that in the city. I think the only thing you can't have is a rooster. And I also will, let me get my big knife. I also will cut the carrot very small, because really the carrot really most of the time is just for a little sweetness and just for a little snap of color. So you really don't need, I don't want that to make so much noise. You really don't need a whole lot of the carrot, but I'm just going to give a little taste. Anything better? Well, I'm cut this up. Hang on. Let me get you up here. That is so much better than the store that I can't even tell you. I mean, because sometimes when you get the stuff from the store, it tastes old and stale. I mean, to tell you how good this carrot tastes. So, and they do take a lot of room, it seems to me. Last year, I didn't have as much room, so this year, if you look at some of my other videos, I gave them more space to grow, thinned them out, trim the tops and such. So I hope you try some of this stuff. And I don't know if you guys watch Our Half Hour Homestead with Mrs. Wolfie, but her husband was in the hospital. I think she said he had a heart attack, so all of our prayers, of course, go out to him. So I'm not going to do much carrot. I want just enough, just to, you know, like and the same thing with coleslaw. That's another salad I'm going to be making. I got a head of cabbage in there. And so I'm going to have to be making coleslaw. That'll be another video. And I'm going to cut this up. So just a little bit of the onion, of the celery. Oh my God, the carrot, I'm sorry. And then probably, depending, just maybe one of the white. I grew white, yellow, and red. Like I said, because if you use a lot of onion the first time, when you put it in there and you don't eat it the same day, it will just take over your salad. So let me get all this cut up. I'm gonna go see if the water's boiling and put the macaroni in there and get that cooked and get that going. And I'll be right back with you. So just give me a second. Okay, my water's boiling and I put my 4 cups of macaroni in there. I'm just gonna give it a good stir, let it come to a roaring boil, and then I'm gonna turn it down. And my macaroni, I don't like it al dente. Some people I guess do. I do not. So I will be cooking this pretty good. So stay tuned to see how I put all this together. I am so glad it started raining, because nothing in the front had been water because my hose didn't reach. So I am so glad. Filling up the bird bath for them, and it's in a nice warm summer rain. So loving that. Okay, the macaroni's done. So let me rinse it off, just like I like it. The water going. Make sure you drain that water good. Otherwise your dressing will be Alright, so let me get my spoon. Okay, so I got it in my pot, my little bowl here. So there's my cooked macaroni. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the dressing. I still have to cut up a few more veggies. I got to cut up the onion, but let's make the, and I always, what I do, I don't know if everybody else, I always take the celery salt, and while it's still kind of wet, I like to just drizzle some of the celery salt on there and then kind of give it a stir to kind of coat it a little bit. So we'll do that. I mean, I might have to add more, but that's what I kind of do. That's the trick. So our dressing is going to be, it's real simple. I'm just going to put just like a half a tablespoon of pickle relish or sweet relish, whatever you want to call it. It can be store-bought, it can be your own that you made. And I only use Hellmann's. I'm not getting anything from that, but I always use Hellmann's. But of course, you can use any kind of brand. So that's 1 tablespoon. I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons and a half. You can use any type of mayo you want. You can use the avocado mayo. You can use, let me tip that up a little bit. You can use, I think they have vegan mayos and things. You can use, a lot of people like that, what's it called? Miracle Whip, if you want to use Miracle Whip. So to the dressing, I'm just going to put a dash of black pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of parsley. Just a smidge. Optional, you don't have to do that. And then I'm also going to put a little bit more celery salt in there. Might have been a little too much. And then I'm going to give that a whisk. Woo! It's tipping off there, isn't it? Oh my God. I'm just going to give that a whisk. And get that all whisked. I can't even say it, whisked up. And I like to get, before I even put my veggies in there, I like to get the dressing in there. That's all, I mean, and then I might have to add more, but that's the start. Because while the macaroni is not totally cold, I want it to be able to soak up that mayo so I know if I need to add more or not. So I'm just going to dump that in there. I'm sorry for the banging of the noise. So get that all in there. And like I said, it rained, so that was good. I don't have to worry about the front. I'm going to give that a good toss. Get that, you know, I want to get that all incorporated. So if the macaroni needs to soak all that up, can you see that? Get that all incorporated in there. Like I said, now if I had eggs, I probably, to this mixed macaroni, I probably would just put 2 eggs. But of course you can put as many as you want. So I'm just going to give that a good stir. I'm not going to add any more celery salt. I think I've got enough because you, like I said, celery salt is, okay, now you can see, or I hope you can see, how that's all incorporated. The celery salt is strong, you know what I mean? It is a powerful herb. So you don't want to overload it because then it'll just be, all you're going to taste is the celery salt, okay? So I got a little bit more here to do. I'm going to, if I can get that to set right, I'm going to cut the rest of the carrot here. And then I'm going to cut the onion. Like I said, now some people, I mean, I've seen on the YouTube where some people even put maybe some like hot sauce in there. I think that Cajun guy, he's been going a long time, the one that I would say, I guarantee. Well, he put, just stuff in there I wouldn't put in there. Of course, if you wanted to add jalapenos, if that's the type you like, if you want to add capers, if you want to add, you really can just add, but this is just a simple down-home salad that you would find at any like church potluck, church picnic, anybody's picnic that you would go to. Get that. So this should be enough, just this one, and I'm not even know if I'm going to use the whole thing. Just enough to give it a taste. So get that. Just going to give that a good chop up. And what I like to do is do it a little at a time. Hang on, just give me a second here. I just want to get a better angle so you can see everything. So I'm just going to take all of my peppers and my carrot and my onion, and I'm going to put that in there so we can get it all incorporated. And like I said, now you can make, you can put as much of this in there as you want. If you want it creamier, you could add more mayo. I always like to wait to see how much it's going to soak up and then see if I need to add more. But look at how pretty that color is. I hope you can see that. Let me turn this light off because it seems like that light. It might be too much of a glare. I'm not sure. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Is it too much of a glare? Maybe I should stand up and hold it up. I don't know. It's hard to see with this. But that's all the... You can see the carrot. You can see the carrots in there and the green pepper. And I'm just going to keep stirring that. Like I said, I don't want to overpower it. Now, I know that some people do. They will put a dash of vinegar, whether it be apple cider or just plain white vinegar. I never have done that. I've never done that. So, but you can see now we're just gonna let that set for just a minute. And this is basically my mixing bowl. I'm not gonna keep it in this bowl, but this is just, I want to make sure I had enough room, to get everything mixed in. And all right, so let me see if I can taste a little bit of it. I can taste the celery. I can taste the celery salt and the pickle. It's just a hint. It's not enough to overpower. I usually only like to use sea salt, to do my water. I don't like to add extra with the celery salt because then I feel like it's too salty. And if people want to add their own salt on there, they can, and their own pepper to their taste. That's how I usually do it. So I'm going to say that, and this is a different spoon. That's not the spoon I licked off of. I don't like to cross-contamination. This is the spoon I ate off of, and this is the spoon I'm going to use to stir. I think once that all soaks in and everything marries, it's going to be just, I think it's going to be just right. Like I said, I don't like to be too heavy on the green pepper. I don't like to be too heavy on the carrot or the onion. But if it needed to, if you needed to add, like if your family, their taste, and you know they're going to like a lot of onion, and you know that they're going to like a lot more, add it. I always like to wait. So once it's kind of soaks in and I taste it and I think, well, maybe it could use a little bit more green pepper, or maybe it could use a little bit more salt or parsley, whatever it is, or pickle. then I'll go ahead and add that in there. Otherwise, I just leave it like it is. So like and subscribe. I hope you like this summer salad recipe, and I hope you try it. I hope you look at my other videos, give them a thumbs up, the other summer salads, and I will be making coleslaw. I make mine a little different than anything I've ever seen on YouTube. So I hope you like that. So let me get a bowl and put this in a better bowl, and then let me show you what it does. Okay, so there it is, the macaroni, down-home macaroni salad. I did put a little paprika on the top. And if you wanted to, just like with potato salad, if you wanted to put a couple of pepper rings, you could do that. So I hope you give this video a thumbs up, and I thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a wonderful last of the summer. So thanks for watching. Bye.